This is my day. I'm gonna do things my way. This is my day. I'm gonna do things my way. If you believe it, say it. You're gonna make it. Say it. If you believe it, say it. Yeah. This is my day.
But the opposite of Auf Wiedersehen, and welcome to TrendingSA on SABC 3. It's lit! It's so lit. Bubbly pubby. We're here, it's your nighttime companions back on your screen for a Tuesday edition. We are live on SABC 3. Of course, we're on our website as well, and that's TrendingSA.tv. Always riding with the hottest, the best. The Minister of Shade. We love him, Shaka Sisulu.
Yeah. Thank you. I see you've given me a new portfolio. Thank you.
I had to shuffle you into this new portfolio.
Yep.
Thank you.
It was hard, but I will rise to the occasion.
Yes.
The shoulder pads, you look like you're rising.
I am right.
Well, she's introduced herself right there. Her first work as the Minister of Straight Shooters. It's Miss Goody Roberts. No holds barred.
You're so funny.
Right. And the Minister of Dance, Dance. It's Nina Hastings.
Oh.
Yes. Yo.
Huh?
Yo. And I am the minister without a portfolio except the going to an advert portfolio. I am Babi Moloi. Yes.
Hunter.
Yes, Hunter.
This dress is very, like, Eastern European.
Nice.
I like it very, very much. You are beauteous in all of your ways.
I like that. Beauteous.
We need to call Tara for her, though.
Tara Reid.
Yeah.
No.
So, Mr. Shaka Sisulu, Minister of Shade, newly elected, shuffled to the left. What's on your timeline?
Listen, you guys were talking about men are trash, women are trash. You got what you wanted. Everybody's trash, and we're now all junk. We've been
That hurts my
downgraded to
feelings.
junk status, everybody. So we're going to talk about that, what it means. What does it mean when you are junk? I saw someone saying that only one day of us having legalized weeds and already we're junk. So we're going to talk about that.
Thanks.
South Africans are junk.
Thanks so much for that. So, Skuli, what is on your timeline?
Yes, yesterday we saw LT, we saw him falling off the stage. It was very, very funny. Now, today, hashtag most awkward public moments was lit on my timeline with people doing all sorts of weird things. So I'll be having a look at other awkward moments that broke the internet. Are you going to fall, Lala? Because we want to catch that on camera.
So much happening.
Forward, Momo. Great TV.
Yeah, I will definitely fall. Yeah. No, okay, listen.
Awesome.
All right. So he's known to keep us on the edge of our seats with his provocative jokes.
Because it's provocative.
Nobody knows what it means. He's not afraid to tell it like it is, guys. He's one of the reasons why about 90% of us do stand-up comedy in South Africa.
Yeah.
I haven't made that statistic up, but I still believe it anyway.
I do as well.
Also
guys,
me.
It's the one, the only, John Christmas.
Wait,
you know what? My mom
does
does
his
that.
house have the same set as ours?
Yes.
Oh.
No, he was. Anyway, I don't. What?
It's okay, Lala.
Thanks.
You got your fool.
What do you think about your mom?
Full of fool.
Yeah.
Hey, who?
Yeah.
What? Asphyxious is what?
Yeah, that thing. Right?
Asphyxiation.
Is that what you get into?
Economic slump.
Oh.
Budget songs. If you're clever, you caught it all. But otherwise, just listen to this. Budget songs. That was trending worldwide today. Worldwide. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's
a
bring it
global
back
phenomenon.
home. Yes, let's bring it back home and see what songs best describe our current economic status. And also our favorite Minister Mbao delivered his first speech as the Minister of Police today. So stick around for that as well. If you have any questions for John Flismus, send us your questions. If you have any questions for Goody Roberts, send us your questions. If you have any questions for Nina Hasty, send us your questions. Me and Shaka, we don't comment. We'll see you. On 3, that's the hashtag. Like us on Facebook as well. Trending SA on Instagram, and on Twitter, we are Trending SA on 3. BRB babies.
This is my day. This is my day.
What are these crazy people doing on TV? It's a TV show called Trending SA on 3. They gave us a TV show, guys. We dissect all of those trending hashtags on the streets of social media, right? We're also on TrendingSA.tv. So, Sis Goody, let's start with you. What's trending?
Mama ushililis unqanqa 16th of December baby hashtag Dinawaranaka I'm talking about. She sets my timeline alight this morning when we surprisingly heard her voice on Metro FM. Yes.
You
the 2012
know.
slot when I'm at the
Really?
front row slot. Yes.
For real?
Yes, guys, this was a slot that Ulandu Zabonang once hosted till she once hosted. This was yesterday.
She makes history. Bonang makes history.
She made history. She was hosted until she quit it. She called it quit yesterday after she said she was only told an hour before the show that Lerato Khanyago will be joining her as her new co-host. Wow. Listeners seem to love what they were hearing. Have a look at these tweets. Uthini ulandu umbali intombela says me listening to hashtag Dineo on Metro after I said never again. Nice.
Guys, they're so
nice.
creative with these memes, guys.
Ayanda Dlamini says, let's talk about an upgrade. So Dineo Ranaka will be replacing Bonang. Way to go, Metro FM. Nice one, Metro. Yes. I think there's another one. I might be wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. It normally happens on Thursdays. Oh, that was the last one. Oh, there's another one. Eugene MTHI says, is Hamba Balira dedicated to Bonang? No, man, go. Right. Ulita said something there.
They played a song.
They played the song when
On the front row.
Let me read this one, then we'll continue. Ulita says, so Loreto Khanyago and Dineo Ranaka start hashtag TFR show. TFR show with Nomunga Balira. Am I missing something here? Oh, you guys, you love spice.
You're lying.
Look for spice, but they'll look for spice anyway.
Guys,
That's something we do.
yeah. Dineo's first show was welcomed with a question or two as teams quickly started wondering if the new hosts were perhaps throwing shade at Bonang after opening the show with No Bunga.
That's epic. Okay. We gotta give it up to.
Look at these tweets. Shaga.
Okay.
Look at these tweets. Oh, those are tweets as well. Guys, do you think that they were Landuza being shady?
I think it's epic.
I didn't listen. Did you
I think it's
listen
epic.
in? I was in a meeting.
Bearing in mind, you know that they don't control the music that's played on the station.
Really?
Oh, do
no,
you?
Or do they?
They know which one to click at the
When?
right time. When? Yeah.
Okay.
Because maybe Hamba was at the end of the show.
Okay, guys.
Bye-bye.
Guys, however, we
Dineo
were
used
slightly
her radio
taken
voice.
aback when we heard her on air as Dineo swore that she will never go back to radio again.
I know!
When she came to visit us. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yes!
She said she doesn't love radios.
I'll be honest with you. I try to go back. I just try to do Central now, and I don't love radio the way you guys love radio. I don't love radio the way radio loves me, unfortunately.
Wait.
But I love that.
Listen, she says she doesn't like the radio the way it loves her. Right now, radio is loving her. So
but
she
radio
loves
loves
radio.
her.
Radio
Exactly.
loves her.
Radio loves
The
her.
listeners love her.
They love her. She's very
So,
talented.
I guess sometimes you do get into relationships where you don't quite love the other person as much as they love
Speaking
you.
for yourself, talk about love back. Nevertheless, we want to say congratulations to you, Nganga. We love you, Dineo. Continue to shine more.
Shine,
So,
sissy,
no.
shine. Love.
All right. I love her. I love that.
I love her too.
But I love that jab. So early in the morning.
Oh, Shaga,
Come on, well
To
done.
hashtag Mbalula.
Less spicy.
All right, so he's the new Minister of Police, and he gave his first media address after the cabinet reshuffle last week. This is what he had to say.
Those who are in the front cold in the police station must be able to service our people with honor and dignity. Police station can't be a torturous event. When you think of going to a police station, will I be helped? Police stations must be friendly and they must act. And those who are doing violent protests, they must stop.
Yeah.
I once went to a cop station to report and getting beaten up by bouncers. And then I was like, let me show you where they are. Like, filling the report.
Yeah.
I said, they're down the road.
But you know what the thing is? What Mbawizi is saying is very, very relevant and very true. We're just not accustomed to people standing on podiums speaking to us like normal people. Do you know what I'm saying? We're used to the crinkum crankum.
And also, I completely agree. I completely agree with you because if you go to police stations and you were a rape victim, you have to stand there with a person whose cell phone was stolen.
All right, so let's have a look at what social
Unacceptable.
media had to say. Mbalula praying that new minister will stop tweeting, give an increase to junior police officers, hashtag...
Let my minister flourish, Wena.
Yeah, and also, can we just get fit policemen? Thank you.
Well, I mean, look at this picture.
This is a before-after picture.
Yes, this guy's busy on Twitter while he's supposed to be parading out there like that. Left, right, left, right.
But you know what? This is a picture from... No.
A long time ago. It looks much smaller now.
I was about to No, but
This guy looks like the guy that I mistook for him and spoke to for like 4 hours that one day. I was like, guys, I even took photos and it wasn't him.
Did you guys see his tweet earlier today where he said...
Everybody, if you are in part of the South African Police Services, follow me on Twitter now. It's like, what
That's an order.
That's an order.
That's an order.
Hilarious. But some had nothing but love for the new Minister of Police. Have a look.
Louise.
But our Minister of Police...
He's a cool...
He's a cool member of Parliament.
He's a cool.
And then Snoop Dogg Agreed. Mbalula, hashtag, being a member of the opposition party, I must say I have full confidence in your leadership to fight crime.
Noma Ganja.
Sucking up for a job.
Noma Ganja. All right, okay. Guys, have you guys gotten tested lately?
Have you gotten tested for what specifically?
For credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our credit test has failed dismally as a country. Junk status was trending all of yesterday and continued to gain thrust throughout the day. That's the story, not the status. We here, we're going down. Okay, yesterday, South Africa's economy was hit hard when global ratings agencies, there's three of them, okay, Standard & Poor, Moody's, and Fitch.
Who hit us the hardest?
Standard & Poor
Moody's
hit
haven't
us
released their
yesterday.
Right.
All right, they downgraded us from BBB minus.
Is that a good thing?
But a good thing. At least you know, like EU.
Which is like that place where you go in Sunny
We are
Hills.
not F.
We are not D. We are not a D.
Well, when we
Not
get
good,
when you
guys.
get when you go below BBB minus, because it's A and then A minus,
Yeah.
then BBB plus,
plus.
then BBB minus. Now we are at BB plus.
Ah, but we passed.
I was excited. Then I was like, no. Then they're like,
It's
no.
more than 30%.
No. It's a fail. It's a fail.
And it's not BBM.
It's a fail for the BBM
Are
is
we
a big
celebrating
fail.
or not?
The
We
fact that
don't
we're
know.
talking
Please
about it.
explain more. Please mansplain everything to us. 'cause
Oh,
we
I'm
know
gonna
nothing.
mansplain it to you after I show you these tweets that hopefully will also explain something to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so good at this mansplaining thing.
Wow.
More junk status. We shouldn't be disheartened. Us.
Shut it.
We have a problem.
That's great.
We need to find a way to resolve it. Introspection as a nation. Plus, half of the people tweet about this junk status don't even understand what the hell is happening.
Of course, everyone understands. Calm down,
What?
subs.
No, some people don't understand.
don't.
Okay, I strongly believe this third party busy push this
Sure.
junk status.
This person obviously didn't get a BBB plus for English at school. Anyway, yeah?
Well, you know.
So what does it mean to me? Does it mean that I must grow my own vegetables? That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
Food prices are going to be up.
here's
interest rates are gonna be up.
basically what it means. All of us have had credit records, right? And some of us have had bad credit at some stage where you haven't paid.
No, it was maybe because they disorganized at that specific clothing store.
Yep.
And then, like,
Right.
they...
The different owners didn't go open,
And
then
you
you
said
didn't
he
know,
was
and
gonna
because
pay
there's
us.
somebody
Right, okay.
That was
You know what?
disorganized at the top.
You know-
So
So what does it actually mean?
You know what?
Shaka?
Okay, let's look at through some tweets on Twitter. Because some guys will actually want to explain. If South Africans want to understand the meaning of junk status, look at my home country, Zimbabwe. So they're saying Zimbabwe is junk status. No,
Did you say
Zimbabwe is
Zimbabwe?
Junk.
Is it Zimbabwe?
Junkbabwe.
That,
Let's go back to that last tweet. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay,
back.
there it is.
We can't allow this. We must resist. Treasury, Finance Minister, junk status, Cabinet reshuffle. What does it mean for South Africa? One, South Africans will pay more for interest. Food, electricity, petrol prices increase. Unemployment increase due to retrenchment, factory shutdowns. Government will be forced to spend less on social programs.
So here's the deal. It takes a very, very long time for a country to recover from junk status, right?
Yeah.
So have a look. One journalist pointed this out in a tweet that they put up on social media, where tweets are put up.
More.
Thank you. Siki said it took countries like Uruguay, Croatia, Ireland, etc., on average 7 years to regain their investment grade status after falling to junk.
Yeah.
Nice.
So South Africa is not the only country that's been downgraded over
No,
the years.
there was Greece,
Yes.
Russia,
We're also going to
Yes.
get Polish
there
people
was
now.
Argentina.
Don't cry
There
for
was-
me.
Well, cry for me, Argentina. Brazil,
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, Cyprus,
Mexico.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay,
So those
Mexico.
are other countries that have been downgraded
Yeah,
over the years.
but they've a lot of them.
We're all going to go start holidaying in Thailand. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
This is you, like,
okay.
This is Russians.
The Russians. No, but the Russians send the people.
The Russians are coming.
But that's why there's so many Russian girls now at strip clubs. Do you understand? That's what happens after you get downgraded.
Okay, so maybe I should move to Mombasa and strip. Anyway, so, okay, explain this. The whole country gets a downgrade because investors prefer a certain candidate over another candidate. How does, then they were like, hey, no,
Standard & Poor basically today clarified that. Standard S&P
S&P.
Okay.
basically said it wasn't about the finance minister per se. It was about
Praveen.
It was about
Tell it to
the.
prove out.
It was about the what's the word? Instability and the concern around policy issues. So they're like political instability And we are seeing that there's political instability, so that's why we're
So
downgrading
it's
you.
political instability as well as existing policy, which was already...
No, uncertainty as to whether the policy will stay the same.
An incitement by the media. Continue.
Well, we worry about investors, and some have long forgotten about certain countries. Countries like Zimbabwe, countries like Yemen, Tunisia,
Is
amongst
Tunisia,
others.
isn't that a herb?
Yeah?
What?
I'm making a joke.
All right.
I mean, these countries didn't even have a credit rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you don't get credit. At least when you are junk, you have a bad credit record. You've had a default.
Okay.
You haven't paid.
So they're not even on the
These
page.
guys
They're
don't,
not
can't even
on the
get
record.
credit.
So how
They're
are these
out.
countries functioning now?
They are not functioning.
They've
They're
got
junk.
negative
They're
rating.
rubbish.
That's
But
what
what
it is,
does that mean for the people that live in the country?
It means a very hard time because governments, all governments, right, borrow money so that they can build infrastructure, bridges, roads, hospitals,
E-tolls.
right? E-tolls. So they have to borrow the money. What it means is that if you get
Please
a
just
bad
explain
record...
to South Africans what the difference between borrow and lend. Just for a moment.
when we get to grammar thing next week.
Thanks.
Okay, so so what they do then...
Borrow from, just to
So
clarify.
yes, they borrow from other countries the money, right? And institutions.
Yes.
When you are rated junk, okay, most investors automatically cannot give you money, and any money that you have borrowed, they're going to ask for it back.
Nobody trusts you.
Can we have a look at the tweet that Tulima Donsela put
Oh yeah,
out?
she said a very interesting thing.
Yeah, have a look at this.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Hashtag fellow South Africans. No need to panic over the junk status. Processes are underway to restore good governance and maintain the
Thank
rule
you.
of
Not
law.
Wait, hang on. Does she know something that we don't know? Because people have been saying that she's part of a cabal of white monopoly capital. Is this all part of a plot to remove the president?
Bum, bum, bum.
Find out next week on Trending SA.
No, on the story of South Africa, and that's how it goes. We're going to take a quick break. We are right back after this. Get involved with us. Trending SA on 3, on Twitter. Hashtag SA.
I heard that her son's a vegan.
This is my day. This is my day. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away.
Someone has a gun.
Sibs.
I like
Oh,
that.
we love it. Welcome
excuse
back.
to use a
Trending
gun.
SA on SABC3. You can also catch us, as always, TrendingSA.tv. So in other world news, hashtag budget songs. Budget of Judah.
We sing about you.
I don't know the lyrics.
Budget of Judah. You are holy, as in there's a big hole.
Yeah, you are falling, you are holy. That was trending all over, right? So in the US of A, that trended, and after a late night game show hosted by Chris. Yes, go ahead.
There's a hole in my budget, dear Liza.
I love it.
Thanks.
So this week, Chris Hardwick got their contestants to play a game in which they chose the best song to describe Donald Trump's budget speech. But it was this tweet that we saw from the trend. This guy called Dub Lucknick, who chose the song Medium Pimping.
Like medium size.
Medium pimping.
What medium pimping?
Medium pimping.
That's like
Small
sleeping with middle
pimping.
management as opposed to sleeping with top management.
Exactly. Like
I
sleeping
really
away
like your
all the way to
frame
the
of
middle.
reference.
Medium Pimping.
That's how
Spending
you
some
get
of
on
my
TV.
cheese. So this is what the lyrics said. Have a look.
Like, oh, I nearly said.
Do I have to read this?
No. It's for everyone to read. Okay, all together now.
Everyone read quietly.
Yeah, all together now. 1, 2,
Hide
3.
your head.
But where are you guys? Where are you guys?
Guys,
At
can I
home?
read badly?
But where are you at
We
home?
don't have enough. Let's
Yeah.
buy a dingy instead. We want to drink Cristal, but settle with soda. We couldn't buy
Whoa. Soda.
Yeah, medium pimping. Living the dream. Got a caviar shake, got a vanilla ice cream. Okay, no.
Yeah. I have no idea what you
Gotta
guys
be big
just did.
pimping or nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It made me
that make
it's
you
a
think
bad
of different
song.
hashtag songs, budget songs
Yes.
around our situation?
Like maybe.
We're not the only country feeling the pinch. The whole world is feeling the pinch. So this is what some people were saying. Stop pinching my thighs, Shaga. What songs best describe junk status? Hey, Skabaramureki.
Skaboramureki.
Skambora.
Or how about what you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside that
That's how you rap along to Fergie.
Skaboramureki. Uregana. Skaboramureki. Uregana. Agiruena ona chalete. Skaboramureki.
That is video.
Sorry, what's happening in
It's a crazy ass video.
I mean, I've been to 3 million shoots. I've never seen anything like that.
But what is happening?
I have no
Like,
idea.
This downgrade, like that video, is going to cost the Blessers and Morekis a lot. Okay, the groove scene is about to change, and at real_neo2 reckons that King
Monada.
Monada's hit Skabora Moreki is one of the songs that describes his own downgrade. Hey, but it was a proper downgrade. It's fine. Anyway, so
There's another one,
and another one.
another one.
A downgrade song that was very, very popular about our anxieties, about how we will all wake up one day and realize we can't afford bread or orange squash.
We're not allowed to say the
wait,
thing.
what is it? Why are you saying it orange squash?
Orange
brand.
squash.
Oh.
This is at Lungalua. This is what he said. Sokola sonke.
Oh, I remember that one.
Sokola sonke. Play the video.
Sokolo.
Yo.
Aye.
Ah.
Sokola song. Sing sokola song.
Aye. Oh. Some sokolo.
Quite so sounds.
Okay, well, I guess this downgrade means that we will no longer hear songs such as Oh, Kisweri Loto. Oh, Aglaulek Maunema, by Dr. Menlinga at parties and at clubs. Umazi Korozela reckons that Chico's 90s jam, I need some money, oh. You know what's very clever?
Yeah?
Use traditional gear, it doesn't date.
Yeah, hello.
Right.
What did I always say about authenticity?
Yes.
It's always relevant.
That's absolutely
Doesn't date.
right.
Such a good point.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Okay,
I was actually about to say, like, I think all of those people are like are grandmothers now.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's how time works, Shaga.
Yeah.
Get to grips with it.
I want to tell you something.
Shaka, look here.
I want to tell you. Wait. Listen, guys, there's something Ubaloy at Baloy ever, okay, says this is their song, and I think it is absolutely perfect for you all to enjoy your downgrade.
Okay.
kwintanto yakho mama ekulungile ke baba konke kwenzekayo makwintanto yakho ekulungile ke samandla kulungile ke.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
dear economy.
You are sick, Shaka. You are sick. You're a sick individual.
Statue?
You're a sick individual.
Oh, we haven't played this game for such a long time. Anyway, well, there's statue. Anyway, and statue. Carry on with the show.
All right. What's happening next? I think it's Schoolie Roberts.
Yeah, life is full of awkward and uncomfortable moments that happen to the best of us. That's exactly what Twitter decided to do today with hashtag most awkward public moments that was trending on my timeline. Tweets shared their very awkward public moments that made them want to crawl under rocks. Have a look at these tweets. Uthini ulanduza Mr. Mompani. Hashtag most awkward moments at the club when your ex act drunk, starts crying and talking about how she never stopped loving you.
Oh my gosh.
Calm
been
down,
that
calm
person.
down. Man eat pieces. Hashtag most awkward public moment when taxi maths shows you flames. Peeps are asking for 13 rand, 9 rand 50 and 7 rand change, but you have 50 in your hand. That is awkward. Sir Avile Shakuva says hashtag most awkward public moment when a phone rings while in your ear because you're avoiding to greet people. Story of my life. Unfortunately, there are people whose awkward public moments who are caught on camera, and the videos will never, ever, they'll never disappear. They will forever live on WhatsApp groups, on interweb, and social media. If being awkward was a contest, the following people would take home every trophy available and will make you feel better about yourself.
Okay, guys, also, how many of you can say that they stood a foot away, like 1 foot away, from more than 70 heads of states from all over the world in one day? Well, Tamsanga Jainchi brags different. He does his, not only does his name, like, does it ring a bell? He signed things, guys, like, pass me the scissors, and there are guns coming at Nelson Mandela's funeral while dignitaries honoured one of the last century's greatest leaders. Here's one of the most awkward public moments I've ever seen.
Mrs. Gracia Marcel, Mama Winnie Mandela, former President F.W. de Klerk,
It's the conviction that kills me. Like, I mean, it was like an improv game, but he was just like, yeah.
I've never seen the real signing next to his signing. It's so far off.
That's how he got caught out.
How did he take so long for him to get caught out?
Because there were so many people watching it, and everyone was like, what?
Yeah, but also he got caught out because South Africans are trash. We should know more about sign language.
Oh, if you want to talk about South Africans who are trash, right? It's those damn South Africans overseas who claim that they still know anything about South Africa. Do you guys remember what 8 years ago when the Springboks went to France to play and go and lose? And the reason that they all said that they lost was because of this dumb clown actually destroyed our souls before the game. Raz Dumisani. Look at him. Talk about flying the flag high. That's the problem. Don't do that publicly.
That was so uncomfortable.
Okay, last, guys.
Why did he agree if he even knew he didn't know?
Listen, people do anything for a gig. Listen, lastly, nothing is more awkward than a person going in for a hug, but all the person wanted was a handshake. Recently happened not so long ago, right here.
Oh my God! No! No! Production! Stop!
Get out of the way, Shaka.
Sit next to me. In fact, just have a seat. Have a seat. Okay, that's fantastic. No! No! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you all! Damn you, production! Damn you!
Yes.
Damn you, Steven. Damn you, Tom. Damn you, Pizzo. Damn you, Palisa.
That was one of the
calm
best
down.
moments
Damn you,
on
Mashaba.
this television show. Please stop swearing on TV, Shaga.
Did you just damn you the mayor?
We're just going to take a quick break. And when we get back, John Christmas is in the house. Send us your questions.
Guys, the levels. Levels. Damn you, damn you.
This is my day. This is my day.
Wait.
I'll pinch you. Get away. You know what? Can we have today's guest? And I'll show you how to do a proper hug. A proper guest hug.
Welcome back, TrendingSA on SABC3. We have a request that's come through via the interwebs. Please, can you play?
No.
Okay.
Yes, one more time.
Think about it. Yes, we'll play it again.
Sit next to me. In fact, just have a seat. Okay, that's fantastic.
Momo, at least you got your hug on.
Ooh,
At the end of the night.
No, I love you very much. And that was one of our wonderful moments here on Trending SA.
I feel like I need to redeem myself today. Can you bring John Christmas in?
All right, so let's do it. This is Tuesday. We've got our Tuesday guest for the week, and Nina is going to introduce him to you.
I'm just having visions of Shaka trying to hug John now. Anyway, so he's a comedic genius who has been shocking the Mzansi audience. Shocking is a strong word, but provoking them, certainly provoking them with his jokes for like 20 years. His comedic style is obviously provocative and uncomfortable and sometimes offensive. Depends, like if you want to take offense, it's your thing. You have to actually take it. Anyway, that's what makes him one of the greatest comics in our country. And I'm talking about the one, the only, the talented John Flismus. That is fantastic.
How could I not? How could I not?
OMG.
It's just perfect. It's just perfect.
Okay.
Well, I was watching.
Yeah.
Hi.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Sums up how the country's been feeling this week.
Awkward
Black and white
awkward.
people really just sort of pushing each other away, which is sad.
I feel like black and white people have been hugging it out.
We love.
It's not real coffee, it's
For
water.
yourself.
This is rubbish.
You can have some of mine.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Getting teabagged, thank you.
On live television.
I love you, John. So we were okay. We're going to start at a couple of things. We're going to start at like the beginning of your story, well, sort of ish, not at the very beginning. But you studied drama. You studied mime. You won play competitions. You performed in Nairobi, and then somehow you landed up being a stand-up comic. Where did that happen? When did that click go? I'm going to do stand-up comedy.
There was no work for actors in Durban.
Okay.
That's the truth. The only thing you could do is performing arts councils, which were like really just closed shops for 4 white dudes who towed the line. And and I just wasn't really interested. So that's kind of what happened. Was unemployed as an actor and had to figure out another way.
Cool.
20 years later, you're still relevant, making South Africans laugh. How do you maintain it?
I like reading. I'm a big fan of reading. I think it's important to read. It stops you from marrying your cousin. It teaches you how not to argue
There was only one time.
Well, it doesn't matter. Genetically, it's a bad idea. So I'm just a curious human being. I think that, and I don't do it for audiences. I do it for myself. I'm interested in learning about things.
And that's how you stay relevant.
Well, I think so. Like I think the day you stop being curious, just stop doing comedy, because then you will date. It'll be boring. You know.
John, I want to talk about your most recent show, which I think is the most provocative of the lot, particularly where we are, in the country.
Right.
In one sense, it's the tamest, and yet in another sense, it's also the most provocative. The Good Racist.
Yes.
I'm just going to leave that in your court and let you talk about your show.
It's just a show I've always wanted to do. It's a show about racism, not a show that is racist. I mean, I think that's the big difference is, as South Africans, we watch racist humour all the time. We've watched everyone do racist humour, which is basically just it's stereotypes. So black people talk like this, white people talk like that. Coolie's got hair from India. You know, the usual, the usual like things.
Don't insult the Indians, man.
I wanted to do a show about the issue of racism. Where does it come from? Why does it exist? What is the problem that we keep perpetuating it? And why do we keep arguing about who's not a racist rather than actually just talk about racism is here? So let's do that. And
I have a clip from your show. Can I show the peeps?
You can do whatever you like. It's your show.
Thank you.
I'm a big believer that I do have an inner racist. I don't lie about it. I think it's really, really stupid to pretend that you don't have hard wiring in your body and your mind that is actually against other people. I believe we have that. I see it in my daughter. I see less of it in her. The programming is getting better. The way that I interact with my friends versus my parents is better. There's an evolution going on. So that's very important. However, I still catch myself with a bad guy in my head. And it doesn't have to be about race. Like, I'm not only talking about race. It's just easier to see race because it's such an obvious...
So you were giving a talk there.
So that's not actually my show, just so you know. That's not my show at all. That's a talk I gave on the internet about the concept of shock in art.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's really not your stand-up.
I was like, that's not funny.
It's not really funny. Yeah, that was a...
Yeah, but it's very
And you
informative.
carry your notes with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a talk I had to give on Creative Mornings, which is...
Oh, okay, thank you. That makes a lot more sense and cool.
But that kind of captures that was the starting point for the idea for the show. I mean, I added jokes, but the point is, if you grew up in South Africa in the 1980s, to pretend that you don't have racist programming in your body.
Well, I like that word, programming.
I'm not going to go to like a KKK rally. I'm not a right winger, and I'm certainly not going to discriminate against anyone. But I have certain history that I carry with me, and even as a progressive South African, which I like to think that I am. We have to begin by admission. If you go to rehab, you start off by admitting that you have a problem. Why don't we just admit the past to each other? That's the first step, surely. The problem with white people, particularly, and I speak as one, that's why I'm an authority, is...
But don't generalize.
I will. I'm going to.
Don't generalize. Some white people are not like you.
The problem that I find with white people engaging in the topic of racism is we just want to talk about why we are not a racist. Like, that's all we want to argue. And then if a black person raises the issue, are you playing the race card? We don't get anywhere. So that's why I did a show called The Good Racist.
That's incredible.
Look, okay,
I'm going to hug you any minute if you care.
Wait.
I think that, you know, sort of what's happened is, you know, because you've been so outspoken on the subject, and you've outed white people for, oh, by the way, this is racist behavior. This is racist behavior. This is actually not okay. How many death threats have you received?
None from this show. Years ago, by mistake, I got death threats from the Hindu community.
Really?
What? Well, I took a picture of
the wrong guy. Like,
so I was in a rush, and my backdrop was like a big pop art picture of the devil, which I just really liked the artist. So I bought this thing because he was going to stop painting, and I wanted to support him. And then I was supposed to go home and get a suit on and then do this picture in front of this backdrop for press. And I didn't have time, so I was just wearing a T-shirt that my wife had bought me, which had an Om symbol on it. And then I was accused of trying to equate, you know, and you can't blame people because that is true. A lot of Western religions equate Hinduism with some kind of demon worship because there are lots of Hindu gods, and they all have different kind of, you know...
That's why they must read, Lala, like you said, they must read.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Reading
Google
helps.
is your friend.
Yeah, Google is your friend. I say that to my mum all the time.
So, with the span of your career, what have you seen evolve? Like, how has the industry evolved for you as a comedian?
So that's a great question because I think I've seen comedy audiences evolve and become more like South African. It used to be white dudes watching white dudes in bars. Not even the women would come. That's how weird that was.
Yes.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah.
No.
And it was quite right wing. You know, if I think about my high school, my junior school career, a lot of the conversation was really right wing. Actually, and so was the comedy, and it was very sexist, it was very racist, it was just generally quite sort of right-wing, primitive. What's evolved now is, if you ask me who's a comedy fan, I can't tell you, and that's great. Like, there's just a band of South Africans, and I believe we have a common goal and a mindset, mostly privileged people who have access to education for the moment, and there's a more intellectual comedy audience who can appreciate much more subtle and interesting humor. And you're seeing interesting evolutions like young gay comics or, you know, lesbian Muslim. Like, there's just this incredible different flavors of comedy, and that's what's cool. It's like a profusion of different South Africans all on the same stage. So I think that's quite cool, and in the audience as well.
I want to speak about different South Africans on the same stage. You were the founder, or your company was the founder of the South African Comics Choice Awards.
Yeah.
That's one, baby.
I'd really,
thanks.
I'd really like to talk about that and what that means. Like, what is the Comics Choice Awards?
Right. Well, you know, I've got to say the Savannah Comics Choice Awards.
Okay, the Savannah Comics Choice Awards.
So what it is that it's a self-governing system. Right. So comedians who qualify register on a sealed online system. And then, based on how long you've been in your career as a professional, and you've been, so I can't decide your credentials.
Right.
You'll give us the name of 2 registered comedians, and they will vouch for that all of your details are correct.
Okay.
So it's completely self-governing, and it's peer review.
Okay.
Then what happens
So
is
peer review means that other comedians, so I go...
vote for comedians.
We vote for
This is why Comics Choice, right?
Okay,
so,
cool.
so the audience has one award, the Audience Choice Award, and that you know that's the audience voting.
Okay.
And what's interesting on that one is they are so different. Those awards,
Really?
the results of that award are so different from what the comics think. But anyway, so we do that, and in all the various categories, and then everyone votes in privacy online. We have no access to those.
So what are
results.
they judging? It's almost like this is the comic I admire.
That's exactly
what it is.
I'd like to kill like this dude.
Exactly. Like you've done something for our industry that I really love, and it's all in different. So there's a Flying Solo Award that's for a one-person show. There's the Comic of the Year, which is for the most established comedian. Finally, this year we have the Pan-African Comic of the Year. So we're gonna.
Stunning.
We've got 10 countries participating, and
I love what you guys are doing. You've got a whole series of events, and you've got an assigned person to coordinate with the guests.
Yeah, we have to make it international level. I think that's important.
Brilliant.
The red carpets run correctly. There's a newcomer showcase.
That's
Savannah
cool.
gave us money to fly in every newcomer, put them on stage at the Soweto Theatre. We have a great
That's
host.
very cool. When is this?
It goes on TV. 28th of May is the newcomer showcase. You should come.
But you've got a series of events leading up to it as well.
Yes, yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. So in fact, we'll definitely come
Cool.
and check it out. Do you have an award for a comedian that is not
Shaka. Ooh.
No, not yet. But do you have that is not doing comedy about politics? Because it seems like politics is
Absolutely.
everyone's bread and butter.
I mean, I think, even if you look at America, people say, Trevor just talks about Donald Trump all the time. Well, yes, he's a satirist, and it's the greatest age for satirists.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
How would you break it down to me, like whatever, like I'm an audience member?
It's very simple. The moment that the judiciary read Jacob Zuma's plan for this country, they legalized marijuana immediately. because
I love that. Listen, on that note, John, we're going to stick around with you after the break.
Alrighty.
Is that okay? John Fismus in the house, our Tuesday guest on Trending SA on 3. We'll be right back.
Nobody do it better. Nobody know. Say nobody do it better, and they know. This is my day. This is my day.
No dancing, John?
Sorry?
No dancing?
No. I was married once. It's very careful with dancing. It can lead to serious things.
Like marriage.
House loss. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do not
Oh, John.
away your house.
Christmas is our guest today. Trending SA on 3. We're almost at the end of our show, but we still have so many
I wanna
questions.
ask him some questions.
Well, I'm saying we still have so many questions. If you stop interrupting me, then you could say that.
I want to ask so many
Well,
questions.
then I'll shut up for the rest of my
every
life.
life.
Go
And
ahead.
sing.
But not the whole of your life.
No, I'm done.
Okay,
Go.
fine.
May I sing?
Okay.
It's like TV on
John,
Ritalin.
you're actually going to tell me this thing.
Okay.
The hate speech bill.
Yes,
and
sir.
please, really talk eloquently because Papi's never speaking again.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, the hate speech bill is not able to be constitutionally passed in its current wording because it's trying to conflate hate speech with hate crime. One is a civil issue and the other one is a criminal issue. So, in other words, the government is saying in a country where the Bill of Human Rights is seen as the most progressive in the world.
The parliamentarians.
The parliamentarians, yes.
Invite our guest, please.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, sure. I mean,
The government's taking a lot of flack.
He's our guest.
It's a good point, though. It's a good one to differentiate. But essentially, trying to jail people for using words, which is really a regime. It's not a government. So that's a problem. And the other thing is saying that Penny Sparrow, as stupid as she is, and how sanctioned she must be for being stupid, ultimately, and hateful. We've ruined her life, and we must give her a fine, we must point her out, we must shame her, and I get that. It's not the same as corrective rape, is what I'm getting at. We have to be careful we don't get hysterical and begin like this witch hunt, and now it entitles everyone in the democracy to become a policeman, and then we become our own nanny state. So we would like the hate speech bill to be reworded. And
You don't think that, so how do we deal with the issue of South Africans who say hurtful things,
yes,
knowing the context of South Africa, the history of South Africa?
So what we need to do really is we need to educate people.
Should have.
I mean, I know it's frustrating and we certainly are way overdue, but it's about raising awareness and consciousness. It's not really about, it's like saying that if you put people in jail, they won't murder or rape anymore. Just look at the stats. It doesn't work. It's a stupid idea to criminalize human beings. Anyway, so all I'm saying is that certainly not in art. If you want to tell me that Penny Sparrow may be a jail term for doing what she did, let's consider it. But art cannot be in the same basket as Penny Sparrow. You can't say that Peter Dirk Ace, using the K word, for example, framed in a satirical performance, given his credibility as someone who's genuinely fought for the freedom of everyone in South Africa, is not the same as some idiot banker on a beach, losing his mind because people of a country are enjoying their beach on the day when they can get there. So art needs special privileges and protection. And so that's what I'm involved in, and we have submitted our submission. It's quite long, it's 61 pages.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like your response.
Yeah. We've used a lot of comedians' material as an example. In fact...
Did you put jokes in the thing?
Yes, we did, of course. And we had to show examples. If you read parts of the Bible in public, if this law is passed as it is now, you can go to jail.
Wow.
Serious?
Yes, because the Bible is full of hate speech under this definition.
So you
A
learn
lot of
something new
pastors need to
every
go to jail.
day.
Well, they should anyway. I mean, the truth is...
And that John Christmas won't stop talking. It's
if
like
you're
this.
spraying the doom out of people, you should go to jail.
Guys, we invited him to talk. Can you say more about this?
We've got to go. John Christmas and Shotgun's bromance. It's enough.
Why don't you guys hug?
Can you go where? What's the word I can use on television?
Thank you so much for watching Trending SA on SABC3. John Flissmas, thank you so much for being our guest. Remember, tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. That is our show for tonight. We'll catch you tomorrow again.